What's up? I saw you just joined. Letting the whole. What's up, chat? Fuck. Phone always falling. I'm sure you used to these stuff. What's up, guys? How's your day going? My day's going good. It's cold, you know. I need to fix my bed and take a shower and eat something. Guys, please like my live stream. Like my live stream, chat. Hit that plus party. Okay, guys. Sub up, guys, please, and like my live stream. And say something, guys. You're always quiet, so I don't go live these days. So I don't do live stream these days. Because I know I'll be talking to myself. I know I'll be talking to myself. That's why I don't do this live stream thing. Ooh. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah, he's hard. Guys, like my live stream. Let's go. Like, like, like. Guys, like. And sub. Like and sub. Like and sub. Stop what, nigga. Stop talking. I ain't talking about. Morning facts. Guys, please subscribe. Hey, just join. Then I need to work on my upper chest. Because damn, my lower chest is growing too much. Sup. Damn, I can't even read your name. But hey, how are you doing? Oh, I'm hungry. Oh, goodness. Whoa. Oh. Ah, very hungry. What's up, Chad? I'm hungry. I'm making some peanut butter and bread. Yo, what's up, if you just joined, and if you see this, drop a comment. Fix it. It's cool by me. Just join. Yeah. My phone froze. My bad, chat. Yo, if you just joined, so it's getting 2K. It's getting 2K, baby. 2K. And if you got questions about fitness or anything, any kind of question, if I know the answer, I'll let you know. If I don't know, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. forgetting you guys. So guys, please don't forget to sub our just join, okay? Guys, my room is a mess, yo. It's a mess. As you can see. Yeah. It is what it is. I had to wear my pants. Nah, me. Tell me my charge. Oh, it's her daughter's. Hey, Mara's daughter. First time seeing you. Suburb, hey, Mara's daughter. It's my first time seeing you around them trenches. It's fun, cold. So sweet. What's up, dog? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Please sub up if you just joined. Okay. My phone falls down because we don't have a tripod. And I ain't planning on getting it because still gotta do a lot of things. But yeah, we good. We cool actually. So yeah, guys, sub up if you just joined. Hit me with a thumbs up. I'll be back. Let me get my food or something. Let me get my food.
YouTube channel, and welcome to Africa. My kid.
Fresher, faster, smarter.
Fresher,
25,000 products available to shop. It's like having the world of pick and pick in your pocket. Best-in-class AI-powered search makes it easy to find exactly what you're looking for. Faster. Want to order from your favorite pick and pay store? Now you can. You can also schedule delivery for when it suits you best. And with a simplified payment process, you only pay for what you get. You can shop smarter with the full power of Smart Shopper, just tap away. Just tap the all new ASAP.
Quite you a great deal.
Just sigh.
Don't settle for one quote. Rather, compare 12.
You'll find better.
Visit hippo.co.za.
So this flight, full of people, gets hijacked, and as you can see, this whole thing gets really crazy. So there's this guy, his name's Leul, and Leul is about 42 years old, and he's an airline pilot working for Ethiopian Airlines. And Leul, he's a good pilot. All he ever wants to do is get his passengers to their destination safely. But one day, in 1996, something crazy gets in the way of that. Because it's just another routine flying day, a commercial flight out of Ethiopia with a few stops in other countries in Africa. And so Leul is flying this plane, and there are 175 passengers on board, and when they hit cruising altitude, suddenly, boom, 3 men stand up, and they run through the aisle up to the front of the plane, and they rush into the cockpit. And there, they grab an axe that's there in the cockpit for like fires and stuff. And they're like, pow, pow, and they start punching the first officer, and they toss him into the main cabin. And one of the hijackers takes over his seat, and he looks at Leul sitting in the seat next to him, and he's like, we've got a bomb. Fly us to Australia right now, or we'll blow the plane up. Now, these guys don't really have a bomb, but Leul doesn't know that. He has no reason not to believe them, and he wants to follow their demands so that the passengers don't get hurt. Here's the immediate problem with following their demands. This plane doesn't have enough fuel to get from Ethiopia to Australia. They'd have to plan for a trip that long. And so Leul's like, we don't have enough fuel to get to where you want to go. And the hijackers, they think he's lying, and they start arguing with him and yelling at him. And so finally, Leul's like, fine, I'll take you there. First, I need to hit up air traffic control and let them know I'm going off course. So then he radios air traffic control. And of course, he immediately tells them, we've been hijacked and they want me to fly to Australia. And air traffic control is like, you don't have enough fuel to make it to Australia. And Leul's like, I know, that's what I said. And air traffic control is like, all right, let us talk to these hijackers. And so Leul flips a switch, and now the hijackers can hear air traffic control. And air traffic control is like, you can't make it to Australia, that's a 6-hour trip, and you've only got 2 hours worth of fuel. And the hijackers aren't listening, and they get all mad, and they start arguing more, and ultimately they make Leul stop communicating with air traffic control. And so now Leul is there alone with the hijackers, and he doesn't know what he's going to do. And so instead of immediately turning the plane toward Australia, he low-key keeps flying south along the African coastline. That way, if and when they run out of fuel, there will likely be an airport somewhere nearby, and he can try and land at it. However, eventually the hijackers notice what he's doing, and they get all mad again, and they're like, what are you doing? You better take us to Australia! So Leul has no other choice. He turns the plane and he heads toward Australia, knowing that they're inevitably, at some point, going to crash in the middle of the ocean. So a few hours pass, and they're still flying along. And after a while, they're pretty far away from where they started. And Leul, he pulls out an atlas, and he's acting like he's making sure the plane is on the correct course to Australia, and he's like flipping through the pages, and that is when he sees the Comoro Islands, which is like a small set of islands near Madagascar, which if you're looking at a map of Africa, the Comoro Islands are right there. And so Leul starts thinking, maybe the plane could make it there. Maybe we'll land there and everything will be fine and me and all the passengers will end up safe. Until at some point, suddenly an alarm in the cockpit starts going off, saying that they're running out of fuel. So now they're all screwed. And Leul, he's trying to stay calm, but bro, inside he is panicking. And he really just wants to let all the passengers know what's about to happen. That pretty soon their plane is going to start going down. Because they have no idea at this point what's going on. They know the plane's been hijacked, but they don't know any details beyond that. And so Leul, he wants to let them know, but the hijackers won't let him. In fact, they threaten to unalive him if he does. So Leul, he just chills, and he waits. And pretty soon, the Comoro Islands come into view. And Leul is thinking, okay, instead of flying any further, I'll just start circling the islands. Maybe the hijackers won't notice. And as he's flying in circles, bam, the plane's right engine suddenly flames out, and an alarm starts going off saying the right engine is out of gas. and this slows the plane down and it starts to descend on its own. While this is going on, one of the hijackers leaves the cockpit to go talk to the other two hijackers who are in the main cabin. As soon as that guy leaves, Leul jumps on the plane's PA system to address the passengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot. We have run out of fuel and we are losing one engine at a time.
Because they have no idea at this point what's going on. They know the plane's been hijacked, but they don't know any details beyond that. And so Leul, he wants to let them know, but the hijackers won't let him. In fact, they threaten to unalive him if he does. So they
Give your family 12-hour longer-lasting protection with Protix.
he just chills and he waits. And pretty soon, the Comoro Islands come into view. And Leul is thinking, okay, instead of flying any further, I'll just start circling the islands. Maybe the hijackers won't notice. And as he's flying in circles, bam, the plane's right engine suddenly flames out, and an alarm starts going off saying the right engine is out of gas. And this slows the plane down, and it starts to descend on its own. While this is going on, one of the hijackers leaves the cockpit to go talk to the other two hijackers who are in the main cabin. As soon as that guy leaves, Leul jumps on the plane's PA system to address the passengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot. We have run out of fuel and we are losing one engine at a time. And we are expecting a crash landing.
And so the hijackers, they can obviously hear this, and they get super pissed, and they come back in the cockpit, and they're like, "You motherfucker!" And they knock the microphone out of his hand, and they start messing with the buttons, and they try to take over control of the aircraft. Then suddenly, bam, the plane's left engine flames out, and an alarm starts going off saying the left engine has run out of gas. And so that's it. They are officially completely out of fuel. Both engines are off, and the plane is gliding in big circles, slowly descending downward. Not only that, because Leul was fighting with the hijackers, he has lost visual sight of the islands, and so he can't land there now, because he can't see where the airport is. Plus, a lot of the electrical equipment has stopped working. So not only is the plane gliding downward, he can't really use the equipment to slow it down. So they're all just plummeting to their inevitable death. But then, Leul gets a crazy idea. Why don't I try to land this thing in the ocean? I mean, the plane is going way too fast to pull this off, but I mean, it's really the only other option he has. And of course, he's always thinking of the passengers. And so he gets on the PA system again, and he tells the passengers to put on their life jackets because they're all going down in the water. And they all do. And somehow, he convinces those dumbass hijackers to let the first officer back in the cockpit to help him with the controls so he can land this thing. So now, Leul and the first officer are flying the plane. And the hijackers, they're just like standing there like, hope this goes well. And so the plane continues to get closer and closer to the water. And it's coming in hot. And there's a beach nearby, and the tourists, they're all watching this like, yo, what the fuck, is that a plane? And at least one person grabs a camera and starts recording and actually gets footage of the plane about to hit the water. And as you can see here, the plane is gliding over the ocean, and it starts to hit the surface, and now I can't actually show you the plane crashing, nor do I want to. It's way too tragic, and this app, it would probably flag my video for that. But, as you already know, kaboom, the plane hits the water, and it crashes, and it splits open. Sometime later, Leul opens his eyes, and the plane is completely destroyed, but he's actually alive. And so the first officer pulls him out of the cockpit, and he looks around, and there are people everywhere, like standing on the plane wreckage, and somehow, a lot of the passengers survived. But unfortunately, most of them did not. Of the 175 people on board, only 50 survived. And all three hijackers, though, they did not survive. Hey, just reminding you that my entire catalog of true crime videos is now on Spotify. So if you want to listen to me over there, it's called the Ray William Johnson True Story Podcast.
Cadbury brings you the best of both worlds. Try the limited edition Cadbury 5-Star.
and gentlemen, I introduce to you a car you never expected. Our new channel car, the BMW M240i. In this collection video, we're going to launch it. We're going to listen to its exhaust. We're going to take it back to BMW, and we're also going to, let me not spoil the video for you without wasting any of your time. Welcome to part 3 of the Mr. How Much 200,000 subscribers special. Allow us to get started. So for the last few weeks, I've been secretly enjoying our BMW M240i B58. Now, in order for this video to make sense, we need to go back to 7 weeks ago. We had just got back from our trip in Dahlstrom to film the V-Class. On the way back, we drove past Mall of Africa to try and watch a movie. While we're at the parking lot in Mall of Africa, we spotted a BMW M2. So I said to PA, let's go to a BMW dealership and look at BMW M2s. And so we did. Now, if you've seen my past videos, I have stated many times that the BMW M2 will be our channel car at 500,000 subscribers. So we're just there to do some window shopping. But while we were there, I spotted a BMW M2 40i. Now, at this point, I still had the Hyundai i30N, and I was only planning to replace it with a Golf R. But I decided to just take a quick look at this BMW M240i. I held it. I felt it. I looked it.
Guys, I'm not worried because the thing is, I'm getting ready to make you the worst or the best financial decision of my life because I found the cheapest Rolls-Royce Phantom that I've ever seen. $30,000 for a Rolls-Royce Phantom, and they're normally $500,000 new. So
I'm about to see one of the craziest car collections I've ever seen in my whole life. Let's meet the owner. Nick Sinsahota is an ambitious young entrepreneur from Southampton who rose to success in the property game. His family went from living in one room of a house in the 60s to now owning multiple blocks of flats and student accommodation housing over 1,000 occupants. He even named his latest build after his granddad to pay homage. And all of that hard work has fueled his obsession for cars and number plates. This video is sponsored by Reg Transfers. If you want a cool number plate, head over to regtransfers.co.uk. Should we start with a new car? Yeah. So we've got a Rolls-Royce Dawn with an NS1 number plate. Your initials and the number 1, which is probably worth more than the car.
Yeah, most definitely, yeah.
Yeah, lovely blue as well.
Yeah, Salamanca blue. This was the car from the second episode of Grand Tour that James May took to Italy.
Okay, well the actual car?
This is the actual car, yeah.
Really?
So it was a Goodwood press car.
You're very meticulous with your cars. You don't like to lose money on cars, do you?
Losing money on anything.
So that is why you have a lot of old cars.
Generally, yeah. And I like the cars as well. I like the cars that I suppose was aspirational when I was younger.
E30 convertible.
Yeah. It's a 325, completely original car, Calypso red, automatic. I bought this probably about 5 years ago because I've always modified the E30s. So I've had loads of modified E30s over the years. Still got a lot of them. But I wanted one that's completely original, completely stock, chrome bumper.
His BMW collection is second to none. He's not Greek, but he's like an old school Greek man. The BMWs and Mercedes. It's all sort of stuff my parents used to have growing up.
Indians, I suppose.
What we got here?
This is a 320 CE Mercedes W124 Gen 1 AMG from factory. So it's a pre-merger. So before AMG was bought by Mercedes, there were tuning companies separate. This is from that era. During this model is when Mercedes actually bought out AMG, so it's quite a rare car.
The weather is beautiful today.